Hey, Life Fellowship, Pryor, Oklahoma, and Pastor Blake. My name's PJ. I'm the college pastor at Loveland Baptist here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Blake asked me to share the devotion for your Boxed In series on Ingratitude. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. We're looking at the text in Luke chapter 17, starting in verse 11, on when the 10 lepers are cleansed. Now it happened as he went to Jerusalem that he passed through the midst of Samaria and Galilee. Then as he entered a certain village, there met him 10 men who were lepers, who stood afar off. And they lifted up their voices and said, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. So when he saw them, he said to them, Go, show yourselves to the priests. And so it was, as they went, they were cleansed. And one of them, when he saw that he was healed, returned and with a loud voice glorified God and fell down to his face at his feet, giving him thanks. And he was a Samaritan. So Jesus answered and said, Were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 9? Were there not any found who returned to give glory to God except this foreigner? And he said to them, Arise, go your way, your faith has made you well. And just to touch base on that, it's such a beautiful picture just looking at this one man who came back to Jesus simply to give him thanks for what he had done. Leprosy was a disease that attacks the nervous system. It causes disfigurement to skin and bones, and even sometimes causes your fingernails to curl like claws. And because it was spread by human contact, lepers were cast out of the community, meaning people shunned them, they looked down on them. It was not a good thing to have. But somehow through that process, this one Samaritan came back to Christ, despite who even knows how many years he had it, still found a way to praise and worship in that moment because he was cleansed. And I think with the timing of everything going on with COVID-19, with everything going on around you, whether that be with family, friends, relationships, whatever that may be, I know we're kind of boxed into our houses right now. We're just with the community and everything being shut down. And a lot of different things going on that we may not understand in the moment, but somehow, some way, we can still find our praise and our worship in the midst of this storm. Gratitude goes so much farther than we think. A simple text message, a simple word of encouragement goes so much farther. Personally, in my life, but you can see the impact that you have on others when you can give that to them. This one came back to Jesus, and Jesus made it known that his faith had made him well. There was a significance here. We don't know what happened with the other 9 after they left. They were cleansed, but we didn't know the next steps. And this one still found the time and still found the meaning behind it to come back and just glorify God in that moment. Even in the midst of everything going on, we can find our praise and our worship and our mindset to be thankful for the things that we have now, even for the smallest of things, for our beds, for our food that we have, for the houses that we live in. I know with everything going on with your school systems being shut down, we have the technology to continue in our educations. I know it might get annoying in some points. I work at a job where we have to go drive-through only. I work at a bank, and we're doing everything we can just to help these members. But I'm telling you whatever we can do to help each other, whatever we can do to help the community, because that's what we're founded on, is loving God and loving people. And what you do really dictates other people around you. The perfect example I can honestly give you out of all this is this water bottle. The debate is it half full or is it half empty? And that depends on how you're looking at it. If it's being dumped out, it's half empty. But if it's being filled up, it's half full. We have to be the ones that are filled up with the Word. We have to be the ones that are filled up with Christ. He is the one that gives us the reason to love others. Like I said before, we can love others and we can love Him through the midst of everything we're going on. So I challenge you just to take time out of your day to give a word of encouragement to somebody, to shoot that text message, to thank your mom and dad, to thank your leader, whoever it may be. I challenge you to do that, as well as sit down for just... There's a proven statistic that I just want to share before I go. A proven statistic that it's the same as doubling your income. That's what they say. If this is the same as me doubling your income. Say you were to make $45,000 a year. I were to walk in, I was your boss, and I said, I was going to start paying you $90,000. It's a pretty good feeling. That's the same feeling you will have if you took 5 minutes out of your day every day to just sit down and write down what you're thankful for. And I promise you, it's going to go so much farther. And Christ proves that here, just in that text. So I challenge you to do those two things, to reach out to just one person. Shoot them a text message after you finish here. And also just take that time in your quiet time, in your devotion, to just sit down and realize what you can be thankful for and what you are thankful for. And I promise it's going to have such a different mentality on your attitude and how you view life. So I'm praying for you guys. I don't know you, but I love you. And I'm praying everything goes well over in Oklahoma. So peace out.